So the big news impacting the crypto market today is the fact that $9 billion worth of Bitcoin is set to be released onto the market as soon as the first week of July, thanks to the Mt. Gox hack repayments finally being issued. So is this sell pressure going to be too much and we break the 60K support, or are we going to form a local bottom here and start reversing? In this video, I'm going to be going over the top altcoin trades that I think look really good for that mean reversion bounce that we could get, including the two trades that I've entered this morning. However, first of all, we'll go through the news and I'll show you why this might not be the devastating news that everyone is making it out to be. So let's start with the news itself, and I'm sure you're probably already aware of Mt. Gox. If you're not, very quick summary. It was an exchange back with one of the first exchanges back in 2013, 2014. Got hacked, and so everyone that had an account basically lost their money. However, after years and years and years of being promised that they're going to get their money back, the day has finally come. There's been lots of postponed deadlines, etc. So let's just quickly go through this article. As you can see, Mt. Gox to begin repayments in July. The defunct crypto exchange is supposed to return over 140,000 Bitcoin to the victims of the 2014 attacks. Of hack. Defunct Bitcoin exchange Mt. Gox said it will start distributing assets stolen from clients in a 2014 hack in July 2024 after years of postponed deadlines. The repayments will be made in Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash, which would possibly add selling pressure to both markets. And if we just scroll down, you can see in May, the exchange put over 140,000 Bitcoin worth around $9 billion from cold wallets to an unknown address in 13 transactions for the first time, marking the first on-chain wallet movements for the first time in 5 years. So as I say, lots of Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash potentially being returned to some long-term holders, which a lot of people are suspecting is going to create a lot of sell pressure. However, let's break this down and think about it now. Yes, of course, the price of Bitcoin in 2014 compared to now, those people that are going to get their Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash are going to be in a lot of profit. However, are they going to be looking at selling, or are they going to get greedy and think, well, let's just hold on and wait to see the resolution of this current bull cycle, which we're well into now? You can imagine if we break all-time highs again, we're probably going to get up to that 100K figure. So I think a lot of people will be certainly not want to sell all of it. They're definitely going to keep some of it back, I think, even if they do take some profit. So I don't think the entire $9 billion supply that's coming is going to create sell pressure. Let's also take a look at it from a technical perspective as well, in terms of, are we going to bounce from here and create a local bottom? Is this the sort of capitulation news that we bounce off? If we take a look on the weekly time frame, you can see that we're currently on that 60.5K week level support, which has been holding like a rock ever since we broke over the top of it all the way back at the end of February this year. You can see support, and we're also on the weekly moving average 21 as well. So not a bad area to be looking for a bounce. If we go down to the daily time frame as well, we know full well that this is the daily range lows around here, around 60K as well. So again, not a terrible area to be thinking, this is probably a good time and place for a bounce. As well, if we take a look at these vertical lines that I've marked out, these are the previous deadlines where Mt. Gox has said they are going to start releasing the funds. As you saw in the article, there's been many delays. So this is on the weekly time frame, so the dates don't quite match up, but they will on the daily time frame. So this is currently labeled 27th of Feb, but I think it's the 1st of March, as you can see. So 1st of March 2023. Creators of crypto exchange Mt. Gox are about to recover some of their funds following a 10-year liquidation process, but concerns that large amounts of Bitcoin will be released onto the market are overdone, UBS said in a report on Monday. So as you can see, that was when we were first looking at getting the Mt. Gox coins released back on 1st of March 2023. And if we take a look at the chart, whilst we did drop a little bit lower in the coming days, we then started rallying pretty hard, as you can see, pretty much putting a local bottom there. Next one was, if we just zoom out a little bit, so this is 20th of November 2023. Again, let's go to the article. So November 22nd, 2023, Mt. Gox creators offered fresh hope with new commencement of repayment email. The Mt. Gox trustee announced the redemption of $47 million in trust assets amid social media reports suggesting repayment to creditors could start in 2023. And again, we take a look at the charts. Nice little bottom there. Again, started rallying off of that news. And then finally, this one most recently back in January of this year. Again, let's get the article up. So Mt. Gox moves seemingly closer to Bitcoin repayments for 2014 hack victims. Some former customers of the crypto exchange have reported receiving an email asking for confirmation of identity and account details on the Mt. Gox Solvency subreddit group. So again, let's take a look at where that was on the charts. Nice little local bottom back at the beginning of this year, and we've rallied up from there again. So history does tell us that in the past, the Mt. Gox news has ended up being turned fear into a bit of a rally. So again, looking at the technicals, looking at what's happened in the past, we may well be looking at a potential local bottom and bounce from here. Let's now take a look at Ethereum and some of the altcoins. So if we take a look at Ethereum, currently sat on that weekly moving average 21. If we go down to the daily time frame, we've now tagged that important day level that I've been talking about over the past week or two, that 3251. Big level of previous support and resistance from the past, as you can see, and we've almost fully retraced that ETH ETF candle. In fact, if we just chuck a quick fib from the bottom of that ETH ETF candle up to where we got to at about 3,980, you can see that that actually lines up perfectly with this day level at the 786. So potentially a bounce area here, if not a local bottom. We'll have to wait and see on the reaction by the market, but so far so good. We now move on to Ethereum BTC. Something I've been talking about over the past couple of weeks is this trend that we're trying to form on the ETH BTC chart. So again, as I always say, this is an index, not an actual asset chart like an alt BTC, alt USDT chart. So take it with a large pinch of salt. However, what I've been talking about previously is the fact that each time we've managed to get a weekly candle close above the moving average 21, the following 2 weeks, we've closed straight back below it, as you can see back here in January of this year and February of this year. This time, though, we got the candle close above, and we've been holding the weekly moving average 21 as support for the past 3 weeks. So above the RSI 50 as well, green trend bars on the LC trend and momentum indicator as well. If this was an altcoin chart, like an alt USDT chart, I would be looking at this for the first signs of strength and potential momentum going to the upside. So far so good. We'll just have to see how the rest of the week goes. We really want to see us start trending now and take on that 0.06 weekly level of resistance for the altcoins to start shining. As you can see, there is a bit of strength or relative strength from the altcoins against BTC so far today. You can see Bitcoin down at almost 4% down. ETH was doing better this morning than BTC. If we go to the lower time frames on the ETH BTC chart, you can see it was starting to rally a little bit, come back down earlier this afternoon. So we really need BTC to hold that 60k level, otherwise it could be bad news for altcoins. If we can remain above 60k on Bitcoin, then altcoins can take the front seat, especially with that ETH ETF coming in as well. We'll just have to wait and see. Let's go over some of the trades then that I'm looking at this week. So we'll go over the potential trades first. So if we go and take a look at DOT, going on to the daily time frame. So again, mentioned this last week in terms of a range deviation. So you can see we closed below the daily range lows of $5.96. We can have had a couple of bearish retests as well, as you can see on the Wednesday and Friday, Wednesday and Thursday. So what we're looking for here is a bounce here, come up, close above the daily range lows $5.96, close above this daily moving average 21, and we'll see whereabouts we are on the RSI as well. But if we can get a daily candle close above the daily range low, deviate back inside the range, close above the the daily moving average 21, I think that is a good chance for a long deviate back and rally up to the daily range highs of $7.67. So that's something I'm keeping my eye on over the course of this week, see if that plays out. Similar with FTM. So we've got, if we go to the weekly time frame, we've got this weekly range that we've broken down from. So weekly range low of 65.65 cents. You see that was a big level of previous support. So what I'm looking for here, we've had this big spike which has taken out all the liquidity below these previous wicks. So I'm looking for us to get back a weekly candle close back above 65.5 cents, and the signal for that would be on the daily time frame. What I'd like to see is a daily candle close above this previous daily level of support of 61.5 cents. You can see it was a big level, hadn't closed below it since the beginning of March earlier this year. We did on Monday. You can see we're starting to come up now. Is this just a bearish retest and we go lower, form a lower high and go lower, or are we going to deviate back above and close above. If we do that, I think that looks good for a long as well. Moving average 21, get above that, and then we can start to deviate on the weekly time frame and turn into a much bigger move. So all starts here, reclaim 61.5 cents, enter there, and then of course if we can deviate back inside the weekly range, then we could rally all the way up to $1.13. If we just take a quick look at the risk reward on that, so an entry, if we just say just above this daily level all the way up to the weekly range, I was looking at 83% return, so that looks pretty good. In terms of the trades that I've entered this morning, the first one is ADA down here on the 4-hour time frame. So as you can see, looks like we were holding this level of support here at 37.3 cents on the 4-hour. Nice big wick, but unfortunately you can see that we've in fact, we just move this to the side, you can see we pretty much come up, retest the moving average 21, and then we've closed below this support. So this trade idea for me is actually invalidate, so I'm going to be going ahead and closing that. Unfortunately got off to a good start and then has died as the US session has gone on. If we move on to Sol though, move on to the daily time frame, so this is the trade plan for Solana. So you can see big level of support here at $126. We've not had a daily close below this since all the way back on the 29th of Feb. So big level of support, looking for a bounce here, as I say, with BTC testing those daily range lows and Ethereum on support as well. If we break it down to the 4-hour time frame, my TP is going to be up here at $133, where this previous level of support is on the 4-hour. And then TP2 is actually going to be up where the moving average 21, or price should meet the moving average 21 should we have a bounce here, because even if we do get a bounce, it could be just another lower high in this downtrend and come back down. So that's what I'm looking for in terms of a bounce. If you'd like to get involved with trading, we have the Learning Crypto Traders Lounge, which is all Discord based, as you can see. So all of our trades are put in here. We have scalp trades, positional trades, swing trades, and then of course if we go up, you can see the trade results section just here, as you can see. So plenty of trades coming in. If you want to be a part of that, go to our website learningcrypto.co.uk, scroll down and head into the Traders Lounge, which you can see there. Big discount if you go for the annual as opposed to the monthly, but you can jump into the Discord for free and check it out. Of course, you don't get access to the premium and Traders Lounge areas, but come in, have a chat, see if it's what you like, and yeah, enjoy. So they're your options. As I say, plenty more information on the website if you like what you see. However, what is going to happen for the remainder of this week? As this video has gone on, we have crept lower and lower towards this daily range low of 60k on BTC. So we're going to find out, is this going to be the news that capitulates and we go head lower down into the 50s and possibly 40Ks, or are we going to form this local bottom and have a bounce? Drop in the comments below what you think is going to happen, what trades you're looking at potentially taking on, your entries, and we'll see how the week goes. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next video.